Hi, my name is Harish Godreddy and welcome to my channel. If you own a professional practice, like if you're an accountant, lawyer, if you have a diagnostic center, doesn't matter if you own a professional practice and want to scale it in 2021, then this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to share how you can use business process automation to scale your professional practice even if you don't have any IT knowledge or experience. So let's dive in. So how do you get started with business process automation in your professional practice without any IT knowledge or experience? So that's the topic for today, and I'm going to share my framework for this. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So let me get started. So what you're going to learn today doesn't require you to have any prior knowledge or experience about automation. You don't need to spend hours geeking out stuff like figuring out how to do this all by yourself. And also you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on software and consultants to get this thing done. So it's going to be pretty easy. It's going to take only few things that from your side to get it done, and I'm going to show you how. So this is my 5-step framework that I was fortunate enough to learn and implement several times during my corporate career, and worked like a champ, got amazing results with this framework. So this is how we used to do in large enterprises where they have a new product which is a very small team. How do you scale it to serve thousands of customers? This is the exact framework they do to automate. They don't say this as a framework, but they used to actually go ahead and automate most of and automate and scale those teams. And I've been fortunate enough to lead those teams and do multiple projects like that. So that's the reason I'm bringing the framework today to you. So the step 1 is to decide your end goal with automation. The step 2 is to fix a budget. Step 3 is the KPIs that you need to measure. Then step 4 is to find a strategic partner, right? And then finally, you have to keep measuring the results. So that's step 5. A simple 5-step framework that will get you the results you want in faster than you ever imagined possible. So let's dive in and see what to do at each step. Decide your end goal with automation. So why do you want to automate? Right, so there are various reasons. You want to increase production power, you want to reduce operational costs, you want to scale your operations in anticipating future growth. You can increase team effectiveness, increase customer engagement. The thing is, you really need to understand why you want to automate. Otherwise, every automation is different. People think the automation is all the same. It's not. Every automation is different, and you really need to understand why you want to automate, because it doesn't matter if you use a different formula, you're going to end up failing with it, right? So you have to make sure why you want to automate. That's the number 1 thing. Then you have to fix your budget. With business process automation, you can spend less than $100 and you can spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars a month, right? It's like buying a car. You can buy a car for a few $1,000s, or you can spend a fortune, like millions, to buy a car. So it all depends on your budget and your needs, right? So make sure you set a budget. So now you may ask, how do you set a budget, right? So my formula that has been working very well is, if you are doing the business process automation to save costs, then it should be 10 to 20% of your estimated cost savings. If you are doing the automation, implementing the automation for future revenue, then it should be less. It should be 5 to 10% of your estimated projected revenue, or not estimated, projected revenue. So always spend less on automation that that is for future growth than the cost saving, because with cost savings you are going to get it, but with projected revenue, things may doesn't happen. Everything won't happen as we plan, and you may have some disappointments along the way. So make sure you spend less when you actually go ahead and use it for projected revenue. So here I'm going to drop a link in the comment section, so you can actually use the cost estimator tool. So even before you think about business process automation, you know exactly how much you're going to save. So that link is in the description. By the way, if you are liking this framework and if you are getting some value, go hit that like button and then also subscribe to this channel. It will help me a lot to put in a lot of new content around business process automation. So go ahead, hit that like button, and then help me out on serving you more with better content, right? So next step is KPIs, the key performance indicators. Trust me, there are hundreds of them that you can measure depending on the type of automation. Like if you are doing sales automation, it's a different thing. If you are doing marketing automation, the KPIs are different. So each of these KPIs are really critical. You have to know your KPIs for your automation. For example, completion step by completion time by step, units delivered, by orders processed, customer interactions, email open. There are thousands of them, right? So basically you have to work with your BPA consultant to be able to figure out the KPIs that matter to your business and your automation, so you can measure them. So step 3, very important, you really need to know your KPIs. Step 4, consultant versus strategic partner. So when you hire a consultant, you need to find out whether he cares about your business and you believe that he or she can become your strategic partner, because business process automation is not simple. At the same time, it is not a stint, it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's going to take few months, and you are going to want to work with someone who can really be your strategic partner and not just a consultant. They should not see you as a project to bill and time and done. Rather, they should see you as a complete partner. I mean, they should care about your business. So you should follow a good hiring process that benefits both of you. So here it is. So overview of your industry. So explain them, give the consultant an overview of your industry. He probably knows about it, but your insights will be very helpful. Then explain about your business, everything about your business, the good, bad, the ugly aspect of your business, so they don't form any assumptions, rather they rely on data, facts, and they hear directly from you. Then ask how the consultant can help you, and listen carefully. If you notice any pattern, like get rich quick schemes, like okay, you'll be done within 1 month or 20 days or 10 days, that shows that they just want your deal and they don't care anything about your business. So it's not going to happen overnight, it's going to take time. So listen carefully on how they suggest they can help, and it's going to be a long-term investment and long-term commitment with the consultant. So think carefully and listen carefully on how they can help you. Ask for a written plan. Always have a written plan, so you can go over it again and again during the process of the project. Ask for timeline, and don't push for an aggressive timeline, because this is not easy and it's not going to happen like 5 days or 10 days. So you have to commit for 2 months, 3 months, or even 6 months, depending on how much you want to automate. So ask for a timeline, but don't push the consultant. When you push them and with unrealistic deadlines, in order to seal the deal or get the project, they may agree, but later it won't happen during the time. See, doesn't matter if the project fails. No matter how quickly it is done, it's still a failed project. You don't want that, right? So you want to make sure you give them ample time to get the results that you deserve, your business deserves. Finally, ask for guaranteed results, and 95% of the time you won't get any guarantees unless they are very good at what they do. So here is my thing, I put in my profile right away where I guarantee the results, right? So whatever the results that we agree on, I guarantee them, because I know what I'm doing and I've been doing it for a very, very long time. So that is number 4, step 4 of my framework. Finally, measure the results. At each milestone, obviously in the written plan you have milestones. At each milestone, measure the KPIs before and after the automation. So Also make changes during the project and not after, because it's very expensive to make changes after the automation is complete. So make sure you measure the results and make the changes as as you grow. So what does that mean? It means you as a business owner need to allocate a lot of time, not a lot of time, at least a couple of hours a day to work with the business process automation consultant, so that you get the results that you deserve. If you don't give them the time, if you don't review what they send, if you don't do what they ask you to do, then it's just gonna end in a very bad way for both of you, right? So that is the thing. So this is the framework. I hope you like it, you took value from it. So what I offer is a free strategy call. So go ahead, and the link is in the description. You can click on it and take the strategy call. The link to the estimate is also available. You can use it. And if you found value, if you find this useful, go ahead, hit a subscribe button and subscribe to the channel so you can watch more content regularly. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk in the next video.